There is a kind of power that doesn't introduce itself. It doesn't raise its voice. It doesn't explain intentions, yet when it enters a room, something shifts. Conversations slow down. People become more careful with their words. This power doesn't come from confidence, tricks, or clever phrases. It comes from restraint, from control, from the discipline to not react when others expect you to. Most people try to earn respect by speaking more, by clarifying, by defending who they are. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. The more you explain yourself, the more permission you give others to judge you. True authority is felt before it is understood. It lives in silence, in stillness, in the calm refusal to perform for approval. Respect is not negotiated. It emerges when you stop announcing your presence and start mastering it. Belief reversal. Why explaining makes you look weaker? Most people believe that explaining themselves is a sign of maturity, that clarity earns respect, that if others just understand your reasons, they will treat you better. Stoicism cuts straight through that illusion. Every explanation you offer places you on trial. You hand the other person the role of judge and quietly admit that your position needs their approval. Power doesn't work that way. The more you justify your choices, the more you signal uncertainty. The more words you add, the more space you create for doubt, debate, and dismissal. Strong individuals move first and let results speak later. They don't rush to be understood. They don't argue for their worth. They act. They remain calm. They allow silence to do the heavy lifting. Authority begins the moment you stop defending your presence and start standing firmly inside it. Way 1. Stillness under pressure. When tension rises, most people reveal themselves immediately. They fidget. They rush to respond. They try to control the moment with words or movement. Stillness does the opposite. Remaining physically and emotionally still under pressure sends a quiet signal. Nothing here can move you. Your breathing stays slow. Your posture doesn't collapse. Your face doesn't ask for reassurance. This unsettles people more than anger ever could. Because calm in tense moments is read as control. Stoicism teaches that the first battle is internal. Whoever masters their reflexes masters the situation. Stillness creates gravity, and gravity pulls attention, respect, and authority toward you without a single word spoken. Way 2. Controlled eye contact, the unblinking signal. Weak eye contact apologizes. Aggressive eye contact threatens. Controlled eye contact does neither. It is steady, relaxed, unhurried. When you hold eye contact without tension, without trying to dominate, you communicate something rare: composure. You are not scanning for approval. You are not preparing to defend yourself. This creates psychological pressure. People instinctively feel seen without being attacked. And what cannot be intimidated is often respected. Stoicism values self-command above all else. The eyes follow the state of the mind. A calm gaze signals inner order. And inner order tells the world you are not easily moved, manipulated, or dismissed. Way 3. Silence after disrespect. Disrespect usually invites a reaction, an argument, a sharp reply, an attempt to correct the behavior immediately. That reaction is exactly what gives the disrespect power. When you respond with silence, you remove the reward. No emotion, no explanation, no escalation. This creates an uncomfortable vacuum. The other person is left alone with their behavior, forced to sit with what they just revealed about themselves. Stoicism teaches restraint, not passivity. Silence is not avoidance, it is control. By refusing to react, you deny them influence over your state of mind. And when someone realizes they cannot provoke you, their leverage disappears. Silence becomes a mirror. And most people don't like what they see reflected back. This is not weakness, it is refined authority. Way 4. Slow, minimal movement. Anxious people move quickly. They gesture too much. They shift their weight. They rush, even when there is no urgency. Controlled individuals move differently. Every motion is deliberate. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is rushed. Slow, minimal movement signals that you are not reacting to the environment. You are setting the pace for it. And in social dynamics, the one who controls the tempo quietly controls the room. Stoicism values restraint over display. Power is not loud, it is economical. When your movements are calm and intentional, others adjust themselves to you. They slow down, they become more cautious, more attentive. Speed belongs to those chasing approval. Calm belongs to those who already possess authority. Move less. Mean more. Way 5. Withholding reaction. The emotional vacuum. Most people leak power through their reactions. They reward behavior instantly. They show approval, irritation, or disappointment without restraint. Withholding reaction changes the dynamic. When you don't respond emotionally, you remove the feedback others rely on. No validation, no resistance, no visible effect. This creates an emotional vacuum. People become unsure where they stand with you, and uncertainty forces adjustment. This is not manipulation, it is self-command. Stoicism teaches that your emotions are your responsibility, not a public resource. When you stop offering them freely, your presence gains weight. What you reward grows. What you ignore weakens. By withholding reaction, you reclaim control of the exchange. And control, when exercised calmly, is read as authority. Way 6. Leaving without announcement. Most people announce their departure. They explain, they justify. They want their absence to be understood and approved. That urge gives away power. Leaving without announcement sends a different signal. You don't argue, you don't threaten. You simply remove your presence, and presence is currency. When you disappear calmly, without drama or explanation, you create a gap. That gap forces reflection. People feel the loss of access before they understand it. Stoicism teaches withdrawal over confrontation, not as punishment, but as clarity. You don't need to prove why you left. Your absence already communicates the message. Those who valued you will notice immediately. Those who didn't will feel confused by the silence. The strongest statement is not a final word. It is the decision to walk away and let the void speak for you. Silent, steady, unshakable. Respect was never meant to be chased. It was never meant to be explained into existence. It emerges naturally when your inner world is disciplined and calm. Stoicism is not about becoming intimidating. It is about becoming unmovable. When your reactions are controlled, your energy conserved, and your presence intentional, people feel it before they understand it. You don't need louder words. You don't need sharper arguments. You don't need to prove anything. Silence sharpens authority. Restraint builds gravity. Distance restores value. The world constantly pressures you to react, explain, and perform. The Stoic path asks for the opposite: mastery. When you govern yourself, others instinctively adjust. Not out of fear, but out of recognition. This is real power. Quiet, steady, unshakable. Carry it without announcing it.